Right, hello everybody, my name is Flippy. Welcome back to another video. Bit more of a serious video on my channel, something not many of my followers know about, but a few meme pages I talk to know about it. I wanted to do a bit of explaining about it, spread awareness for it kind of thing. And yeah, if you're wondering why I'm wearing the same jumper as my last video, it's because one, it's comfy, but two, I'm bulk recording right now. So I want to get multiple videos out at the moment so we can keep pushing the channel out. And yeah, so this video, a lot of you don't know, but I have a medical condition called cystic fibrosis. This is medical illness which ends in death. It's a terminal illness. It ends in death. So a lot of people don't actually know what cystic fibrosis is, which is crazy to me. But obviously, I've had it for 13 years, so I'd know about it. So I'm just going to be talking about it in this video, going through it. I have a few bullet points here on my computer, which I'm going to be reading off, because trust me, I wouldn't know everything off my head. You'd think I would, considering I've had it for 13 years. But, obviously, we don't. Seems that every time I decide to record a video, motorbikes like to go past my window. But, nevertheless, let's get into it. So, I have some things here. I'm just going to be talking about it with you guys. I'm going to be talking about my own experiences and stuff like that. So, cystic fibrosis is an inherited disease that affects the secretory glands, including the mucus and sweat glands. It mostly affects the lungs, pancreas, liver, intestines, sinuses, and sex organs. So obviously the lungs, it causes stickier mucus than what other people have. Can't remember why, but we just have stickier mucus. So that sticks to our lungs, and makes us cough more, and it makes it harder to breathe. So that cough you guys can, you have once in a while that you can eventually get rid of with medicine and all that. We can't get rid of it. We just have it permanently. So yeah, also the pancreas is your digestive sort of area. Not everyone has that issue with their pancreas, not everyone, but quite a few do. I have it, so I have to take a lot of tablets before I can eat, otherwise it just gets messy, let's say that. Liver, that's just... I don't actually know why it affects my liver. They've never told me. They just always keep an eye on my liver. Obviously, most of my intestines are affected as well. My sinuses, I get clogged sinuses a lot, which means I get a lot of headaches and migraines and stuff. That is horrible, trust. It's not the nicest thing. And sex organs, meaning, I think it's about 95% of people with cystic fibrosis are infertile. So there's that. So goddamn cars. So CF is due to a mutation in the CF gene on chromosome 7. The CF gene encodes a protein known as cystic fibrosis transmembrane regulator, CFTR for short, but I mean, hey. The abnormal CFTR protein in patients with CF leads to disruption of chloride channels on the cells. So everyone has these genes, but people with cystic fibrosis or CF, they have faulty ones. And yeah. So, cystic fibrosis is characterized by the production of abnormal mucus. Like I said, it's just extremely thick and sticky. The abnormal mucus leads to blockages within the lungs and airways. This leads to repeated serious lung infections that can damage the lungs. So when I get a cold or like I get the sniffles or something, it's not like most people where they'll obviously go into work and that. It can put me in hospital, so I have to be very careful with myself, especially during winter. Lung function often starts to decline in early childhood for people who have cystic fibrosis. Over time, permanent damage to the lungs is caused, and that causes severe breathing problems, eventually ending in a lung transplant. Most people end up having to have a lung transplant, which is scary thought for me, really. But my lung function is like 88%, I think. Don't remember. It's not the highest it can be, and it definitely has started to decline in the past few years. I've started being put into hospital a lot more. In fact, during November, 2 weeks before Christmas, so between that time, I was admitted into hospital for a while. They put me on IV treatment and stuff like that. That was nice. So the thick and sticky mucus, which is a big part of cystic fibrosis, also can block tubes or ducts in the pancreas. As a result, the digestive enzymes from the pancreas can't reach the small intestine, causing impaired absorption of fats and proteins. This can cause vitamin deficiency and malnutrition. So I have to take loads of tablets. I probably take about 40 tablets a day, and a lot of them are vitamins. I have to take a lot of vitamins just to keep me healthy, because I do have a vitamin deficiency. I also have to keep my dairy up, my dairy products up, because if I don't, it can also cause issues with me as well. Due to the defect in the chloride channels, cystic fibrosis also causes the sweat to become very salty. I believe that's what makes the mucus so sticky in that. It's more salty or something. Sorry about that. But yeah, and because I sweat salt, when it's the summer, I have to have a lot of salt on my food and stuff like that, because if I don't, it's not going to be nice. I have to keep my salt levels up during summer. Sometimes I even have to take salt tablets and stuff. So, like I said before, every person inherits 2 CFTR genes, one from each parent. CF is inherited in an autosomal recessive manner. Had to just read the thing there. Children who inherit a faulty gene from each parent will have cystic fibrosis. But if you have one faulty gene and one normal gene, so let's say one parent has the faulty gene, one parent has a normal gene, you will be a CF carrier. You won't have cystic fibrosis, and you won't have any of the symptoms. You won't need to worry for yourself. They normally have no symptoms, but they can pass the faulty gene onto their child if they ever have one. And if 2 parents obviously make a child, make baby, then that child is going to have cystic fibrosis. About 30,000 people in the United States have cystic fibrosis, and I believe it's about 10,000 in the UK, which is where I live. And yeah, it's most common inherited disease among Caucasians. About 1,000 new cases of cystic fibrosis are diagnosed every year. I believe it's mainly diagnosed in women. I'd need to check that because I've forgotten. I remember it being women though. So normally they have it more than men. The symptoms just vary person to person though. Like, some people have issues with the pancreas, some don't. It's not as bad. There's some more rare types of cystic fibrosis as the most common, which is what I have, which is luckily being worked towards a lot. Hopefully one day there's a cure. But right now there is no cure for cystic fibrosis, and it is quite life-shortening. Doctors diagnose cystic fibrosis based on the results from various tests. Most commonly used test is the sweat chloride test, which measures the concentration of chloride in sweat. Direct genetic testing to identify the cystic fibrosis mutation is also used. Most US states screen newborns for cystic fibrosis now. So yeah, cystic fibrosis has no cure. However, treatments have greatly improved in recent years, so the past decade. Treatment may include nutritional and respiratory therapies, medicines, exercise, and more. Early treatment for cystic fibrosis can improve both quality of life and lifespan. So since I've been doing this all since I was born, I will have hopefully a longer life. Hopefully be able to live into my 60s. Are you kidding me? As treatments for cystic fibrosis continue to improve, so does life expectancy for those who have the disease. Today, some people who have cystic fibrosis are living into their 40s, 50s, and older. The typical lifespan in the UK is about 37 years old, I believe. And yeah. So that's pretty much all this video was. I just wanted to talk about it a bit, because not a lot of people know what cystic fibrosis is, and I wanted to kind of spread awareness. It's obviously something very hard to live with, and not many people have it. And if we can get awareness out, that's what matters, really. So, yeah, basically, end of the story is, I'm dying right now. And there's nothing much I can do about it. I just gotta live with it. I've known about it for ages, so I've kind of just gotten used to it. But yeah. So, thank you all for watching this video. I hope some of you did stay to the end, and I hope some of you learned something. If you did, let me know. If you didn't even know what cystic fibrosis was, let me know. Also, different form of video. This time I've obviously got the face cam going on, and yeah. But I just wanted to try something new. Let me know if you like this new form of content. And yeah, more videos coming at you soon. I'm working on it. I want to boost this channel up this year. I want to try and get 200 subs by the end of March. Don't know if it's going to happen, to be honest, but we're sitting at, I think, 116 right now, last time I checked, which is amazing. So yeah. So thank you all so much for watching. There'll be a donation link down in the description below, so you can donate to a charity to help find a cure for cystic fibrosis if you want. But yeah, so thanks for watching this video. See you on the next one. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and peace.